You can dislike or hate the media, but you cannot dislike or hate them enough. So we have all this alleged fraud that has been exposed by Nick Shirley. Put on CNN and watch how they are protecting the fraudsters and going after Nick Shirley. There is a video that's also going viral from a CNN reporter attacking Nick Shirley instead of them doing what they're supposed to do, which is investigate the fraud and not investigate the person who discovered the fraud. These are the same people who bought you years and years of Russia, Russia, Russia. Trump said shithole, the Jesse Smollett lie, mostly peaceful protests, and on and on and on. There is no media in the United States. The only media we have is the citizen journalists that are actually trying to get to the bottom of this. Because in a real world of journalists, they would actually try to find out if what Nick Shirley said is right, investigate it, and then come out with a story. Instead, they're going hard after Nick Shirley because they don't want the truth exposed. They want to diminish and ridicule Nick Shirley as much as they can. So, of course, the fools who will follow the story will say, instead of telling the truth about it, say, well, look at Nick Shirley. He's this, he's that. It's exactly what they've done to President Trump, because every time he exposes something, they try to mock him, because mockery is a tool of the communists. Mockery is one of the tools that is in Saul Alinsky's Marxist rules of how to attack your opponent. That's it. So basically what we have is a news media that is complicit in the theft, potentially, of billions of dollars of American taxpayer money, and instead they're going after a 23-year-old YouTuber. So I'm going to show you an actual CNN investigation. So they have a reporter who decides, well, they start off with this, calling Nick Shirley a MAGA YouTuber. So they start off with the smear. Now, this is an investigative journalist. So she makes numerous phone calls to different child care facilities. No one answers except for one. And that one, they go, well, are you a legit business? And they say, yes, we are a legit business. And that concludes her investigation, saying that Nick Shirley is a fraud and that he has no proof that any of these businesses are fraudulent. And that's how they end it. This is CNN investigative reporting. What a freaking joke. But we're supposed to believe these people? All the while they perpetrated years of fraudulent reporting against President Trump, the MAGA movement, and everything else. But we're actually supposed to believe these people, and this is what they say is investigative journalism? Wow, just wow.
Did you come during their normal operating hours when you came to visit?
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers. I wasn't trying to go inside, and there should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody to be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a
There
daycare.
should be a reception.
No, every daycare is locked.
Their doors are locked.
And so, okay, you bring up a fair point. Then why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
Federal law enforcement has been investigating fraud in Minnesota for several years. Both Attorney General Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel said on social media they've indicted dozens of defendants. DHS has posted multiple videos of agents they say are conducting a massive fraud investigation.
Do you think that federal law enforcement hasn't done enough? I mean, they would say, look, these fraud cases have been going on, but they've already done like 80 indictments. The cases have been going on, for years.
And why did I show up one day in Minnesota and go to all these daycares, no children, they're receiving millions of dollars. We uncovered nearly $110 million in fraud in one day.
How do you know that all the allegations that you're making are true?
How do I know that they're true? Well, we showed you guys what was happening, and then you guys can go ahead and make your own analysis.
We're coming so we can make our own analysis. Are you 100% sure you're true?
Yeah, I am 100% sure I'm true.
CNN is looking into Shirley's claims.
Hi, my name's Whitney Wild. I'm a correspondent for CNN.
We reached out to several of the daycares featured in the now viral video. Only one daycare facility answered and said they are a legitimate business.
Have you seen the videos, purporting that some of these daycares don't have kids inside?
Now, you just saw that for yourself. They went super hard after Nick Shirley went out there to find him, and then they're making long distance calls from CNN headquarters. What does that tell you? CNN is fake news.